Greetings from Cork, from Emerald and sunny today island. The same evergreen as the topic I'm going to present on now. Because so that just a while before this webinar, I just tried to do some research of the most on the biggest challenges of account-based marketing, and that I found out that the evergreenest one is alignment between sales and marketing on account-based marketing. So, and of course, every time, so it changes with the time, but it stays, I wouldn't say the same. It's of course evolves, but let's look at this topic from today's perspective. So, and I'm really glad to meet you today. So that's a little bit about myself. So I'm 20, more than 25 years in B2B and both on sales and marketing sides. I started as a sales manager and I worked in many different industries, which I really enjoyed. So my journey with marketing started with a field marketing, and you see there are quite an extensive list of the territories and regions I covered as a field marketing. So I was running account-based marketing for several countries for 5 years, and I really fell in love with this area of marketing, and I still really like it. And now I'm running targeted demand for the big region, and I'm also focusing on Germany as an area. And I think that this extensive experience, it helped me to see many things in marketing, many areas in marketing from the different perspective. And I think that what I know already, what I experienced would be really useful for me to share with you. So first, let's start with traditional account-based marketing misconceptions. So ABM is not a marketing program. And if you are CMO, or if you are a company leader and you decided to run account-based marketing based on your revenue structure, so you see the smaller number of accounts are bringing or have potential to bring you like up to 60-70% of the revenue. So if you're different, really have a reason to start with program. So don't think that it's just enough to say to the marketing, let's start account-based marketing. So of course they will do what they have, but it will not work. So second, account-based marketing involves multiple business functions. It includes marketing business function. It includes sales business function. It includes operations. So the whole range of different business functions that mostly engage in sales and marketing activities. So, and account-based marketing integrates sales and marketing efforts. And this is like never-ending conversations, I would say. So I've seen it in many companies, and I've seen it through the years. And I saw how account-based marketing can fail if there is no integration between sales and marketing, because of it's a misconception that it's enough just to tell marketing to run account-based marketing. But at the same time, account-based marketing is a very powerful tool to create this integration and to really align sales and marketing, because what we are doing, especially when it comes to strategic ABM, so we are really aligning and they are really teaming up around the big customers, so around the big stake. And if we integrate well enough, of course, we can build this team between sales and marketing without, pulling the blankets and maybe blaming each other. That's so we don't get enough results. So what ABM really is? ABM is a program when we build relationships. So when develop relationship with the customers in B2B markets, and we create our reputation within the customers as a trusted vendor, for example, as a trusted advisor, and it helps us to get revenue, to create revenue coming from this company. And of course, objectives of ABM might be expanding your footprint with your customers if it's existing customers already, and you think that you have still potential growth within the customer, or penetrating the customer started business with your target customer company. So, and as you can see, BM is a real team play. So it's very good African proverb. It takes a village to raise a child. And this is true, because if we consider a B2B marketing as a promotion of your company services and product to the buying committee. So, and this is B2B marketing different to B2C, because many people isn't involved so like making decision, involved in evaluation the proposition. And if we have the buying committee, we should have the selling committee. That's why it's a really team play. So, and I really like this solar model of the ABM verse. So when we have a customer and the whole teams and almost the whole companies and guys from the different functions, they circle around the customer, and they really, each of them bring the difference, each of them contribute to their mutual success. Of course, customer is not that so one piece stuff. Of course, there are many people, there are many roles we have to reach out, and we have to influence, and we have to pay to help them with making decision towards us as a supplier. So, but nevertheless, it's a customer, and it's a big customer centered universe. So, and you also can see another example. This is responsibility distribution table. Let's call it responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. And you see that it's not many marketing roles here, and it's not only marketing roles here that are somehow responsible or accountable for different parts of the account-based marketing. So this is really team play, and it should be really engagement, buy-in, and commitment from all of the levels, from CEO level, from C-suite to the different like functions like digital marketing, or maybe agencies, or DSR, or whatever. So, how sales and marketing aligns? What aligns? So, where they can align? First, they have to share the goals and objectives, and it's absolutely crucial, because you need to know when it comes, especially to the strategic marketing and to IBM marketing, and to the vertical, to ABM Light, you really have to be aligned between marketing and sales goals, because you need to know what the sales team is gonna, what its plans, what account plans within the customer, what sales team, what product from your product portfolio a sales team is going to push to the customer. And it's very important, because I think that most of you probably know that, for example, for sometimes on a corporate level, we are pushing one product, which is important, but we find out that the sales team are not compensated for this product like the same as they compensated for the other project. For example, they're not compensated the same enough, and they compensated less. That's why you can see that all of your efforts, all of your campaigns and investments might bring no results. So first, there really should be a synchronization of the goals and objectives. So second is a customer journey understanding. So you know that, for example, from marketing, now we can get much of insights. And of course, we can build this customer journey based on information available. But having a sales team, a sales executive talking to the customers, and especially when the existing customers, they know how there are different job roles within the buying committee, make decisions, what the roles they have inside of this buying committee. This picture from inside might different. And of course, when it comes to the strategic ABM, so big company, huge corporation might have the unique customer journeys. That's why, so we need to match, we need to align, we need to think that, and marketing should really listen to the sales guys to see how it works. So of course, content and resource sharing, it goes without saying. So by resource, we not only understand like money or whatever, so maybe tools or something, we also mean people. So that's why, of course, so the previous speakers told about AI, that you can, for example, don't really engage your leader in the thought leadership, creating thought leadership, or your subject matter expert to create sales thought leadership stuff, the content. But so of course you can do it with AI, but still a subject matter expert and your leadership is a big resource for you as an account-based marketing specialist, because of course, like, video is good, but at some point you need to get into face-to-face communication, and this is important, and it's still in big companies. And so most of decisions are made face-to-face, and most of the critical issues and questions are answered face-to-face. So, and like, you know, we are selling to the people, so we need to be human. So feedback mechanism, of course, so there should be exchange. There's many tools to exchange that feedback, but this is important, especially in account-based marketing, because it's really dynamic. Sometimes it looks like it's slow, but in reality, it's very dynamic. And of course, maybe many campaigns should be adjusted and updated, and maybe even pivoted based on the changing situation within the customers. So feedback is very important. So of course, technology and tools, and here you can see that account-based marketing is not a marketing, because the whole corporation should be involved, and the whole corporation should be really provide marketing as sales. So with a tool, they should be integrated. Of course, they part it in some places, in some areas, but it's very important to see that sales and marketing see the same in the tools, in the CRM, so they could review, they could evaluate the situation, the current situation, and make the right decision, and build the right content. So, and performance metrics and KPIs. And sometimes here is a little bit of difference between language the sales and marketing speak. So it's very important to speak the same language, or at least to come to the terms that would be absolutely clear and absolutely the same for sales and marketing. For example, if we think meetings, if we might think pipeline creation, we might think win rate, but it should be really agreed before we start, and it should be evaluated, and it should be really the same for sales and marketing when it comes to account-based marketing. So let's zoom in. Let's consider a few, I would say, minimum set of the job roles within account-based marketing team, integrated team. So first, it's account-based marketing manager, and so the most important role of account-based marketing manager is orchestration, because of course we can create so much stuff with AI. So, and it should be done, But if there is no proper orchestration, if account-based marketing manager doesn't connect all these dots, so all the part of the teams will be still working in silos, which is very, very bad, and that's why account-based marketing can fail. So orchestration is very important. Orchestration is connected all the function, including CEO level, including sales team, including different functions in within marketing, like digital and events, whatever, bringing them to one really working and moving engine. So and so of course there is target customer search, which is account-based marketing manager is responsible for marketing strategy development. This is absolutely natural for the role. So content generation, but not only generation, this is personalization, which is crucial for account-based marketing, and also repurposing, because sometimes it's not necessary to create new things. You might look at what you have and see how you can repurpose the same content. And by content, I also mean events as well. So, and moving forward, so I will show you how, for example, you can repurpose the existing event, or, for example, your participation, your sponsoring of the big external events to build it into account-based marketing and to get good results from that. So, of course, the rest is natural. And one thing that's communication with counterparts in the target customers. I would say it's maybe not evident, but our customers, mostly our partners. And of course, we want our customer to thrive. And very often what we do as a marketing, we can help our customers to promote their products and services, and to do with them some joint activities, for example. That's why it's very important if you are running account-based marketing as a ABM manager. So don't forget to build relationship, to really know who is responsible for PR, who is your counterpart within the big customer in the marketing department or the marketing team, because it really will work. Because showing yourself next to your customer, especially if your relationships are good, it really promotes your company, and of course it really helps to create this reputation of the trusted advisor and the partner. So company and sales leadership. So I will not read through the slide, but what I would focus on first is collaboration enforcement. It's nothing new here, but you know that literally, and I had it in my marketing experience, that you send emails, send some information, share information, ask something, and nobody, like from sales organization, answers your emails or answers your text. It's not because they want to ignore you, but because mostly they overwhelmed with the information, they overwhelmed with the request. Of course, they don't expect maybe anything good from you yet. You know, that's marketing. They're doing something. We don't know what they're doing, but they bring in some leads. We don't know what is it, and so on. So that's why. So even starting the account-based marketing operation, so it should be really buy-in from the sales leadership, from the company leadership, which absolutely, and it's their responsibility, because they should be interested in getting good results. So the stakeholders here to introduce you to the sales team and to help you to push this collaboration, sometimes even enforcing that. So I remember there are very good examples. For example, when we worked on the target account list for strategic IBM of some countries, there was an email from the sales leader requesting the team to provide candidate customers for this list. It didn't come from me. And it's very important, especially in the beginning. So after you already establish this conversation, after you establish with this exchange, it's already getting a little bit easier. So it's really simple stuff, but please remember about that, because account-based marketing sometimes might fail due to really stupid reasons like that. So second is communication with customer associates, communication with like sales and leadership counterparts within the customer company. And this is very important thing that everybody is really obsessed with the leads, for example. And I do the same, to be honest. Now I do targeted demand, and of course the big scale campaigns for the huge target account list. But when we buy with the lead acquisition, especially from the third-party suppliers like TechTarget or demand base or whatever, so of course, first what we ask for the decision makers. And what happens usually, you have the contact of the decision maker, but you can't do anything with that because they usually don't read your emails. They never will. So you can call them, you can't reach them because they don't answer the calls from the third party or whatever. They very often they don't even talk to their client executives, and it's very difficult to establish the first contact. So that's where your leadership come in handy. So if you do the proper research, if you research especially for strategic ABM that you have very limited list of accounts, if you know so many things about the customer company leadership, which clubs they members, which big events or they speak, what do they do. So it's very important to include your sales or even company leader in this conversation and reaching out from this networking environments, because after that it's really gets a little bit easier first to introduce the sales executive to the customers team, or maybe like shake hands, or maybe so push the deal that already deal is like coming, everything is ready, you provided all the contents like relevant in the right time to the right people, but there is something that so really delayed, and sometimes you need just a push and commitment from your company leadership to the customer company leadership to push these deals. Very important. Of course, thought leadership and speaking. Yes, it's about communication with customer associate. I had just very good case. We had television, and we created a series of interviews with the customer on this TV channel. And TV channel guys helped them to invite the customers, and most of the customers were new acquired customers from us. And the interviewers were myself and our sales director. So of course it's high enough. And during the shooting, we invited the sales rep, the client executive from our company responsible for this specific customer, and we had a kind of a half an hour preparation for the shooting, that the setup with scene. We talked through customers through the process. We reviewed the questions and do this really relaxing and networking stuff. And we created such a trustful atmosphere, and in this atmosphere, introducing the client executive was easier. So all communication starting from this point really went easier, and all the communication, they just were sped up after that series of video of TV interviews after these meetings with the leaders. So next one is account executive. Of course, it's a crucial member of the account-based marketing team. Of course, they do the sales stuff. Of course, they are responsible for their target account selection, for the account plan and strategy. If there is not account plan, there is no ABM. Nothing starts without account plan. So sales executive should really share with you what plans do they have, what revenue would they get from the customer. So what contact they have with the customer, and what context they still need us to establish. So we need to see the baseline, and we need to see where and how we get together to build these account-based marketing operations. So of course, communication with the customer team, because as a marketing, we don't go to the customer. We don't. They just not often communicate face to face to the customer, except maybe for some events and webinars and our communications with our counterparts. That's why. So the account executive is your. I would say is your spy, is your intelligence within the customer, and account executive is your vehicle for delivery of the content. It might be meetings, it might be slides you prepare, it might be personalized web page that so there was as a link sent personally from a client executive to the decision maker or to the technical influencer. So, but it's back and forth conversation and back and forth, I would say, vehicle for you. First, you get some insight, and the second, you use the account executive as a delivery man, if you will, for your content, because you understand that not all the decision makers and even technical influencers read our emails, read our email campaigns. So technical sales and subject matter experts are very crucial, same as sales guys. They are for you, they are source of content, and at the same time they are vehicles to bring the contact to the counterparts in the customer. So, and of course, this creating a trustful relationship between on all the levels, including technical guys within the customers, like technical job roles, or maybe end user job roles. This is all the technical expert or subject matter expert. It should be really included, and it's very crucial part of the team. So, and you see, this is like, it's at the same time, it's simple and complicated, because it's easier say that than done. And everybody is just really obsessed about just really breakthrough tactic, or do something really sophisticated to get results, to get to the customer, and to get this deal. But in reality, you don't need the talent. You need a discipline, and account-based marketing is an area that where the persistence really pays off. And it should be really consistent, all these circles. So you have ABM accounts, you do your research, you get your insight to build your plan, you run campaign together, and you evaluate campaign, and you evaluate the results, and you adjust the campaign, and go to the next circle and to the next stage. And of course, it should be consistent. So don't be, I would say, don't be disappointed, don't be frustration. But I agree with Olga that there is lots of frustration in customer in the marketing. And but you have to be consistent. It pays off. It takes time. Don't drop everything off, and really keep doing your good job, and it really pays off really, really nicely. So, and you see, this is example how the sellers see account-based marketing. That's a whole circle of acceptance, of grieving and acceptance, because first they see it like magic wand, then they start understanding that account-based marketing requires much effort from them, and even questions how they work with the customers. This is scary. That's why sales executive might sometimes push back. So, which is understandable. Just see like humans in them. But in the end of the day, sales organization will really value you as a trusted advisor, as a trusted partner, because you help them to sell more. you help them to be champions, and of course you help them to grow with as a specialist, as an expert in the area. So, and here is the last. I will probably take a couple of minutes. Alignment around events. So if you have a big event, so you can make sure that you are bringing your customer to the booth or to your dedicated event. First, you need to decide with the team what job roles, which people within the customer should you bring. The second, you think about why they might be joining your event. So you build a plan based on this information, and you really invest into inviting the very specific people to the event, using different techniques, from direct mail to email to the phone calls. So that's next. You make sure that all your plans during the event are executed. You did everything. So your customer might have a speaking slot. They might go to the VIP meeting with sales and company leadership of your company, or they might participate in a lab on demand or whatever. That should be really busy during your event. And of course, after your event, you should, I would say, you should use all your everything you gathered, and you should use your results and the leads, and you should take it from there and follow up together with the sales team, and then evaluate the results. So that's everything from my side. I hope it was useful for you. If you have any questions or would like to talk to me, so I'm always happy to exchange experience and to hear maybe you have more advanced techniques, which are always happy to learn. So you can contact me on LinkedIn or on email, and I will be happy to talk to you. Thank you very much, and have a nice rest of the day.